Hi there, this is Guillaume at Coast Mountain, guys. We're on Whistler opening day here. It's a bit rainy down here, but we hope that there is snow above. So let's go. Should be a good season. They're predicting for a in-between La Nina and El Nino year. So, but regardless, it's always good out there. So let's go have a look.
Mon père vit Mario avec un avocat. Mon père vit Mario avec un avocat. Premier soir de mes noces, avec lui je couche, mais au toit d'en parlons pas ça, puis au tes mains de là. Premier soir de mes noces, avec lui je couche. Premier soir de mes noces, avec lui je couche. Il me serra si fort, la couchette en craquant, mais au toit d'en parlons pas ça, puis au tes mains de là. Il me serra si fort, la couchette en craquant. Il me serra si fort, la couchette en craquant. La bonne fameuse écoute, entend tout ce bruit-là. La bonne femme aux écoutes, entend tout ce bruit-là. La bonne femme aux écoutes, entend tout ce bruit-là. Vas-y, entoure ma fille, de ça on n'en meurt pas, mais au toit d'or, faisons pas ça, puis au tes mains de là. Au toit d'or, faisons pas ça, puis au tes mains de là. Vas-y, entoure ma fille, de ça on n'en meurt pas. Vas-y, entoure ma fille, de ça on n'en meurt pas. En tout cas, si t'en meurs, ben on t'enterrera, mais au toit d'or, faisons pas ça, puis au tes mains de là. Au toit d'or, faisons pas ça, puis au tes mains de là.
This is November 17th. It's snowing heavily. We can hear the wind up high in the ridge top. Only a little bit amount of snow now on the ground, but we're traveling out to look at the conditions, and that's what we're doing today. It's important to stop and have some food now and again, so it's one of those things that you're gonna take a break for a few minutes and then have something to eat, and try to do it often so that you don't get too tired along the way. So far, having a great day. Okay, so we made it all the way up to pretty much the ridge lines here. We're on far away from the boundaries of Whistler Mountain, and certainly there's a few things we got to be aware of today. Obviously, the snow is very thin, so there's a lot of obstacles and hidden rocks and trees out there. We got to ski really light. But there's also places where snow may have accumulated and potentially enough to form avalanches. We heard some wolfing back there once we got onto the ridge. That's when the snow settles. There's a little sound that comes like woof with it. And that basically means that there is a layer underneath that is reactive. I describe it as an avalanche that has nowhere to go. So you have hit the trigger point, but there's not enough slope for it to go. We know that there's a crust underneath there, we can feel it, and there's a bunch of new snow on top of it. And that crust, we believe, is from earlier on in November when we had a bit of a rain storm all the way up here. So we're gonna have to go have a look in there to see how the conditions are, right? So we gotta be careful and do our little tests and assess as we go. All right. Right, so we're now up on the real world here, and we're still safe. We're below this ridge line here with some rocks to protect us. But as I'm walking across here, and we're really pushing to the edge of safety today. We want to really get out there and see how the conditions are. As I'm working my way across, just don't want to put my nose in the snow there, I heard a really loud wolf, and I saw a shooting going right across these rocks there and probably beyond. So it really shows me and tells me that there is something wrong within the snowpack. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna sit back, pull that in a little bit, have a look in the snow, and then gather some information and then head home on the safe way. Okay, so we're making a test profile. We're doing a test profile. We're early on in the season. I find it really important to get some what I call baseline vitals of the snowpack. We want to know what's at the base of the snowpack. So right here we have 65 centimeters of snow. That's all there is, because it's early in the season. There is a crust down here, all sort of granular crust of early season snow. Then there's a really defined interface between all this new snow here and this new wind. We're suspecting something's going on to that layer there. We isolate a column on all sides, and I use my saw here to cut the back of the block. And I'll use my shovel and do the tapping system. So we start with the wrist, 10 taps as hard as you can from the wrist. 1, 2, and it goes at 2, right at the base here, at the interface between sort of that new snow from the last few days and this older crust here. Really easy, tapping 2. For sure an issue. We've seen some wolfing, we've seen some cracking. We now have a test profile that indicates really unstable snow. However, there's not a lot of it out there, but certainly we need to be careful. Okay, so this will be great information for us to keep in our records for the days to come. It's been an amazing Whistler Mountain opening day. It's been hard though. We have a shallow snowpack. We found some issues in the alpine with the stability in the avalanche. We found some cracking and wolfing. Also, the weather's been really challenging. It's been snowing all day, so it's tough to keep your stuff dry. Your goggles keep fogging up. Little details really help to make a good day, like having a second pair of gloves, having good clothing like Helly Hansen. Really make some good clothes to keep you dry and warm. All these little things really make for a really good day out in the backcountry, even though when it's challenging. Well, it's time to call it a day. So for all those repeat customers and the new faces we're looking forward to meet, we look forward to ski with you in the new season coming up. This is Guillaume for Coast Mountain Guides.